Boys and girls, what's up? It is Brent Abel here, webtennis.com, on a beautiful February Southern California desert morning. Yeah, forecast today is somewhere over 90. Yikes. Talk about some fantastic training weather. I can't wait. I just can't wait. Look, guys, today what we're going to work on is really what your next skill level is, what I want you to work on. Um, and and anyone can do this. And once you start doing this, you start to quickly realize, well, this has kind of been the missing piece. And so we're going to get into that in just a second. Look, guys, if you've not yet picked up my uh, 28-day course, the 5 mini mindset skills training, you got to do so. Look, because if you're playing tight, nervous, anxious at the end of sets or matches, and kind of coughing up that lead, and we got to get you through that. And this course will help you do that. Look, the confidence code for mental toughness gets built first off the court. And when we're done today, right down below, I want you to click that link, get signed up, and let's get started. Look, your next skill level is this. And I know most players love to go out there, and I do from time to time, want to go out there and tinker with stroke technique as if that is the final frontier. That's the final answer to making you um, a better player in terms of getting to the next level. And the reality is that's not true. Most players, and I'm talking about a huge majority, whatever stroke technique they've got right now is way good enough to be able to win matches if you will start to do this. You got to start playing inside the baseline. I know. I know. We want to back up behind the baseline. We want to have a lot of space back there so we can allow the ball to bounce. We want to protect against worst case. Worst case is that guy over there or that gal over there hits, a really tough ball deep towards our baseline. Well, we want to back up, right? We want to have that nice cushion there between the baseline and wherever we are behind it so the ball will bounce up and it's not going to be a tough ball. All right. But once you get back there, you can't take advantage of all the good stroke technique that you've been working on. And and so look, rather than thinking about serving and staying back, which means most players go serve and stay back, means, well, I'm going to serve and I'm going to jump back behind the baseline to start the point from there. Or I'm going to serve and volley. Okay, that's fine. But really, what you want to start doing is playing serve and stay in. And serve and staying in means that when you serve, you end up a foot or two inside the baseline to handle whatever return to serve comes back. And a couple of good things happen with that. Number one, your serve gets better because your toss is a little bit further in front because you know you want to finish inside the baseline. Well, that just means you get more racket speed, get a little bit of weight behind it. That's good. But you end up inside the baseline, and here's what happens is you realize two things. Number one, it's rare when that returner over there plays a return to serve that lands a foot inside the baseline. Rare. Okay, I know you want to protect against that one worst case, but I'm telling you, when I play serve and stay in a foot or two inside the baseline, if they play it deep, I just step forward and volley it. I don't care. I mean, I guess the definition of volley is, I think, I think loosely is sort of like, well, we're up at net, right? Okay. But really, the definition of a volley is when a ball doesn't bounce. And so to me, it doesn't matter where I am on the court. If that's the better shot to play, maybe to take time away, maybe you're in the deuce court, you're right-handed player, you've served them out wide into the doubles alley over there. And the next thing you know, with that forehand, they go, oh boy, I'm going to unload. And they unload on it. And it's a deep ball coming into you, a deep return to serve that now you have the ball, right? You're a foot or two inside the baseline. The ball's on your racket, and they're still stuck out there in the doubles alley. And now you've got the lower 40 over there in the ad side just to be able to redirect all that power that's coming in with a volley. And I know you're thinking, well, it sounds hard. It's the easiest frickin' thing in the world. All you have to do is get your racket behind the path of that incoming ball and just redirect it. You don't need any fancy volley technique or anything. So playing inside the baseline does a couple of things. Number one, you start to realize when you do play a shot out wide and you've stretched them out, that now your job, you feel instinctively that your job is to take time away from them with whatever ball comes back. And yeah, I mean, from time to time, you're going to play a little half volley. That's fine. But you've got this enormous wide open court, cross court to be able to hit it into. No big deal. Just throw it in over there. And if you feel like it's good enough that you're going to stretch them out again, you start moving forward, right? It's kind of like an approach shot. So, um, I want to. I really want you to start to change your court position from being behind the baseline, guarding against what you think is going to be worst case, and that okay, you might, but you start giving up that opportunity to take their time away. And so once you start playing inside the baseline or on top of the baseline, now all of a sudden you are taking their time away naturally, especially when you pull them out wide. But the other thing is they start to realize when you do pull them out wide, man, I got to hit a good shot. I got to hit a winner here because if I don't, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go ahead and take their time away. Just bunt the thing or just play a standard shot in the open court, and now you really got them on the run. This is the next level for your game, getting you out of thinking that, well, I've just got to perfect that forehand. Once I do that, then I get to play with those guys over there in court three. No, it's court positioning. It's court positioning, right? What are the two things in the what's the right shot series? Right? It's two things. Number one, shot choice. Where do you want the ball to land over there? But where do you want to move to next on the court to enhance the shot that you've just played? Right? And so in this case that we're talking about today, I want you to start playing inside the baseline. Serve and stay in. Return a serve and get your fanny up inside, on top of or inside the baseline and start to play from there. And I think you're instinctively going to learn, man, I'm taking time away. They're not playing consistently deep balls, that are eating me up. Just not going to happen. So there you have it. Hope this has been helpful. I want to hear from you down below. What's on your mind? Any comments, any questions, remarks? Let me know. I'll love to read your stuff and always get back to you. And as always, it might take me a day or two to get to you, but I will. I promise. And look, as we talked about at the start today, if you're getting to the end of sets, you broke serve, you're serving at 5-4, maybe you're deep in the third set, it's whatever, 5-3, whatever, and you want to close this thing out. If you're getting tight at those moments, if you're getting over anxious, whatever it is, we got to get you to where you're not now thinking differently than you have been in the first part of the set or throughout the match to really get you to the point of banging on the door and getting you through the finish line. I've got a course that's going to help you do that. It's a 5 mini mindset skills training course. It's a 28-day course. And what it does for you, it builds the confidence code for mental toughness that gets built first off the court, right? It's not this deal where someone says, well, just go out there and play a boatload of matches and you'll eventually figure out how to be so confident when you're serving at 5-4 that you got it. I mean, I've tried that way back in the day. I got a little bit better, but man, it's like pulling teeth, kind of like white knuckling the whole thing. This is a much better way of doing it, of training yourself off the court to build mental toughness. Right down below in the description area, there's a link. I want you to click it. I want you to get inside the course. Let's get started. All right, guys, that's it for me today. It's time. We got to get out there. We got to help someone else have a spectacular day, guys. I'm going to see you again next time.